Hello students, how are you? Students, you are most welcome in this next video. This is the video series of chapter number 2, Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants for class 12. Students, in this video we are going to discuss about the megasporogenesis, and in earlier video we have discussed about the structure of female reproductive part of flower. So students, let's discuss about the megasporogenesis. First, before discussing the megasporogenesis, I want to remind you this diagram of ovule. So students, you know this diagram of ovule in which this is funicle, this is placenta. Here you are looking, this is micropyle, and these are the integuments. Okay, this is inner one and this is outer one. Here this is the inner cell mass of ovule. This is known as nucellus. Got it? So here in nucellus, number of the cells are found. So just like this one, number of cells are present here. So these cells make the nucellus structure. Okay, so these are the cells of nucellus. So here students, you know, here ovule, overall ovule, this is known as the ovule. What is it called? Ovule is megasporangia. Why? Because you know megaspore is formed inside this nucellus or this ovule or this nucellus of ovule, overall structure of ovule. So inside this ovule megaspore is formed. That is why ovule is also known as the megasporangia. Got it? So here you know this is the micropyle and this is chalaza. So here chalaza, you know, in this micropylar end, so this is the anatropous ovule. I will draw the structure of orthotropous. I told you earlier that the types of ovule. Okay, so here suppose this one is ovule. So this is the outermost covering. You are looking here. This is the outermost covering, and here this is the nucellus. So here is the nucellus. You are looking here. Students, now here this is the micropyle. So this is the micropylar end, and at micropylar end one cell of nucellus, it develops in size. The size is increase of one cell of this nucellus. This is known as what? This is known as archisporial cell. Archisporial cell. This is archisporial cell. Now this archisporial cell divide periclinally. Or which division occurs? So here in this structure, this archisporial cell forms two cells. What they are? You know, these are inside the nucellus. Okay, so got it? So here you are looking. This one is parietal cell, and this one is, second one is, this one is megaspore mother cell. You know, in microsporogenesis we have discussed about the MMC. So here is also MMC. What is it called? This is megaspore mother cell, but in microsporogenesis that was microspore mother cell. So both are MMC. What is the ploidy? You know, this is archisporial cell, this is diploid, and it divides By which division? It divides by mitosis. Mitosis division. Okay. Mitosis division. Okay. So this one is mitosis. After mitosis, it is divided into two parts or two cells. These are parietal cell and megaspore mother cell. So here megaspore mother cell. Parietal cell, it gets degenerated after some time. Now it remains only megaspore mother cell in nucellus. This is larger in size. Okay. So here, what is the ploidy of parietal cell? Diploid, and this one is also diploid. Got it? So here, this is the number 1 diagram, number 2, and this one is number 3. Now here we are drawing, this is the number 4th diagram. So here only so you are looking here. Okay. So here this cell of megaspore mother cell, this one megaspore mother cell, it divides by the meiosis cell division. So here this is 4th structure. So meiosis cell division occurs at where? Meiosis, in which? In this one megaspore mother cell, because parietal cell gets degenerated. So here meiosis, after meiosis 4 cells are formed by megaspore mother cell. So MMC forms 4 these daughter cells, and these daughter cells are known as what? These are called megaspore tetrad. Megaspore tetrad. Just like microsporogenesis, when pollen tetrad is formed, at that time microsporogenesis, so here megaspore tetrad is formed. So this megaspore tetrad, these 4 are called megaspore. In these 4 megaspore, 3 which are situated above, these gets degenerated, only 1 is remained. So here what occurs? Let's discuss. Only 1, it becomes greater in size, and 3 of above gets degenerated. Okay, this one is only 1. So here I am not drawing the another cells of this one nucellus cells, just we have drawn 4 megaspore, in which fourth megaspore is bigger in size, and these 3 they gets degenerated. Okay, so here these 3 megaspores, these are lost, only 1 gets developed. So in this 1 megaspore, free nuclear division occurs. So here 1 nucleus is found, but this nucleus is divided into 8 nucleus. So here 4 nucleus and 4 nucleus. So students, you know, when it divides by 3 mitotic divisions, 1 divides into 2, then 2 divides into 4, and 4 divides into 8. So that is why this is the 3, these are the 3 mitotic division. After 3 mitotic division, it forms 8 nuclei inside this one. So what is it? Megaspore. And this is known as functional megaspore. Functional megaspore. So this is functional megaspore. Functional megaspore, inside the functional megaspore, these 8 nuclei are found, and these 8 nuclei separated 4 on each pole. So these are separated, 8 are together here, but these are separated, and each 4 nuclei they gets migrated toward the poles. So here this one is, we are discussing, this one is micropyle, and this one is chalazal pole. Okay, because here this is micropyle, this is chalaza, micropyle chalaza, that is why here micropyle or this one is chalaza. Got it? Now students, you are looking here at micropylar end. Here, you know, from micropylar end and from Chalaza land. So from micropyle and from Chalaza, one nuclei migrated toward the center here. Again migration occurs, so 3 are left at this side, 3 are left at this side. Okay. So 3 are left at this side, 3 are left at this side, and 2 from each pole comes together in center. Okay. So here now these are nuclei and cytoplasm is filled inside this one. So this one is cytoplasm. Now what happened? Let's draw here. You know students, now up this one, cytoplasm surrounds these nuclei. Cytoplasm surrounds these nuclei. So here these are the nucleus and cytoplasm enclose these nuclei and form cell, and cell wall is also formed. So here okay, so 3 cells are formed at this corner, 3 cells are formed at this corner. I am inverting it. This one is micropyle, this one is Chalaza, this one is micropyle, this one is Chalaza, but now I inverted it. So this one is micropyle. How? Why I am doing like this? I am doing because you will not get confused. Otherwise, in your book, the structure is given like this one, and I am drawing that one. So that is why I inverted it. Okay. So micropyle, this one is Chalaza. Okay. So here on Chalaza end, 3 cells are formed. Here at micropyle end, 3 cells are formed, and inside the center, and in center these 2 nuclei, they remains as such. So these 2 nuclei are known as polar nuclei. Okay, these are polar nuclei. These 3 cells are called antipodal cells. Antipodal cells. Okay, and these 2 cells which are sided, which are situated inside. So these 2 cells are known as synergids, and one central cell, this one is known as egg, and combinedly these 2 are known as egg apparatus. Got it? So this one is egg apparatus. So here students, one another structure is formed like this one. This is known as fiber like structure. This is filiform apparatus. Filiform apparatus. Got it? So this is the developed embryo sac. This one megaspore, I told you earlier that megaspore is called embryo sac. So here one functional megaspore developed fully, then it is known as embryo sac. So here what are the changes occurs in embryo sac? So let's discuss more. So here you are looking, this polar nuclei gets fused to form one diploid nucleus. This one is known as secondary nucleus. Secondary nucleus. Okay. So here these 3 are antipodals, and here this one is egg, and these 2 are synergids, and this one is filiform apparatus. So here this is the fully developed female gametophyte, and it is also known as what? Megaspore, and also it is known as embryo sac. Embryo sac. Got it? So students, these 3 names of this structure are here. So by embryo sac, by female gametophyte, by megaspore, by any name of this megaspore, question can be asked. Okay. So here question comes like this: describe the well explained process of megasporogenesis and how megaspores are formed, and what is the development of megaspore, what is the development of female gametophyte, and how embryo sac is developed, or how embryo sac is formed inside the nucellus or ovule. Okay, so these are the processes and these are the questions type I told you. Students, you know, here one most popular question is arrived in your exam. So you know what is it? This one is justify the statement the embryo sac is 7-celled 8-nucleated structure. The embryo sac is 7-celled 8-nucleated structure. Justify the statement. So you will have to justify it. So look at here, it is the 7-celled 8-nucleated structure because 3 cells are at chalazial end, these are the antipodal cells, and 3 cells are on micropylar end, in which 2 are synergid and 1 is egg. So 3 and 3, these are the 6 cells, but 1 is central cell in which these cells are found. So the central cell, this is known as central cell. So write it here, central cell. This is central cell, and the nucleus of central cell is known as secondary nucleus. So one cell is bigger one and 6 cells are smaller one. That is why 7 celled, but 8-nucleated structure. 3 nuclei are of antipodal cell, 2 nuclei of synergid cell, 1 is of egg cell, and 2 are fused here. So 2 are here. So 2, 3, 5, 5, 3, 8. That is why it is known as the 7-celled 8-nucleated structure. Got it? Students, you know, in some plants, here we are discussing 4 megaspore tetrads are formed. In some plants, more than 1 megaspore will be functional because 3 are degenerated here, only 1 is functional. Sometime more than one megaspore can be functional. So this condition of the plant is known as the monosporic plant because 1 megaspore is functional. When 2 are functional, bisporic, 3 are functional, trisporic, and 4th are functional, tetrasporic. Okay, so these are the plants in which this type of megasporogenesis occur. This is known as these are known as bisporic plant. Got it? Student, this is the megasporogenesis, and the type of question I have told you. How this process occurs, we have discussed in detail. So students, I think it is enough for this video. Thank you for watching this video. Students, if you are liking the video, comment in comment box and also share and subscribe more and more. Thank you.